You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, the University of Washington, you may hear that university right now, and you may be like, man, that's a pretty big university. It's a very big university. It's one of the most prominent college football universities in the country. They are currently number 2 in the nation, and they are currently in the number 2 college football playoff spot. They're leaving the Pac-12 on their way to join Michigan and Ohio State in the Big Ten, and they've got one of the most highly sought-after quarterbacks in the country that will be in the NFL draft. He could very well go in the top 10 as a quarterback, Michael Penix Jr. Well, what they also have is they've got themselves 12 athletic scholarships for female volleyball players, of which they have awarded one to a biological male. That's right. We always talk about things like unfair advantages, competitive unfairness. We talk about safety. Don't believe that a biological male could injure a female. That's Megan Kelly. That's Peyton McNabb. She got injured in high school playing a biological boy who spiked a ball during a girls' volleyball game. I mean, what else do you need to know at this point? This is nuts. This is Breitbart. Look, considering the state that this is happening in, Washington, one of the most progressively, radically liberal universities and states in the country, I guess it shouldn't surprise me. I can't believe the NCAA is still going to allow some crap like this to go down. But here we are. A male-born transgender athlete appears to have been awarded one of only 12 female volleyball scholarships at the University of Washington. You know what that means, folks? One very sacred scholarship to a very deserving female out there she didn't get offered it. She didn't get it. It got ripped away from an actual female. Tate Drageset, a 17-year-old transgender, and they got this in quotes, girl, who apparently began transitioning at the age of 12, made a verbal commitment to attend the school in June and will be awarded one of Washington's Division I athletic scholarships, according to Reduxx. Drageset has already been part of several girls' volleyball teams that made it to state championships, and this year he was named the MVP at the Girls Junior National Championships. Drageset also won the California Interscholastic Federation's Division V Player of the 2022-23 year. Makes me wonder how tall this biological boy is, or man, biological male, that won this scholarship. What the wingspan is like versus the females he's competing against. Despite the well-known accolades, what has been less well-known is that Drageset is a transgender and was born a male. None of his teams, schools, or volleyball associations have revealed that he is a male playing as a transgender girl. Sounds to me like they tried to hide this. The parents of the girls that Drageset has faced on the court, though, have reportedly talked about the situation for years, with many furious that the taller, more powerful Drageset has been facing down and taking opportunities from natural-born girls for years. So there you have it. You heard the taller, more powerful, and that's the whole point we're trying to make here. But many have been afraid to speak out for fear that they would be targeted as haters and their daughters would be punished. I can only imagine a parent in this state, if they do not agree with this, can you imagine how much grief they are going to take? Because these people are crazy up there, folks. They are. They're extremely progressive. They're radical in their ideologies. And believe it or not, there's more conservatives in places like this, and they need to get together and let their voice be heard. Everyone is scared of how their child will be treated if they speak up. Imagine that. You speak out against a biological boy competing against girls, and you got to worry about the safety of your own child. That's nuts. It's already so competitive to get on a good club team, one parent told Reduxx. The stealing of positions and opportunities have been infuriating and so sad when you see how it affects the girls. There is no concern for their mental health or safety after being replaced. Well, wait a minute now. Doesn't it get crammed in our face all the time, the supposed mental health of these biological boys competing and men? What about, their biological health? Their mental health is so important. What about the ones that they're competing against? They just don't care about these women or these girls. They don't care. Man, the hatred for women by the left is pretty astonishing. Drageset's mother, though, seemed to have made a cottage industry for herself, chronicling her son's progress as a trans girl. According to her story published by the LA Times in 2016, Tate Drageset claims she knew her son was transgender when he was a small child. He liked girls' clothing. Oh, dear Lord. While the story does not fully name Tate, the child in the story is called T and is also said to be heavily into volleyball. T is also the same area Tate lives in, according to the paper's story. Tate Drageset also produced a short film about Tate in 2016 entitled Transmission.Love, a film made when Tate was only 12. According to Reduxx, Tate's face was blurred, but the movie features a child holding a volleyball, quote, with, quote, Tate on it. My goodness. These parents. It's crazy, folks. I'm borderline speechless here. I really am. Tate's mother also published a book in 2015 on the topic of gender identity aimed at children. So it seems clear that Tate Drageset has been promulgating transgenderism for small children since her son was around 10 years old. Reduxx adds that Tate's volleyball performance statistics far outpace his female opponents and teammates. When compared to the same height female athletes within his volleyball club, Drageset's standing reach, we talked about wingspan, vertical jump, and other physical metrics are all more favorable, dominant. Reduxx also pointed out that male volleyball rules set the net at 7 inches higher than a girl's for volleyball. That's a big deal. That is because male volleyball players on average are 6 inches taller than girls and far more powerful on spikes and serves. So it isn't surprising that Tate is overpowering all his actual female opponents. Wow, that's crazy. Then there is a safety issue. Some parents worry about their daughter's safety on the court. The worry is justified. Only 6 weeks ago, a father in California came forward to report that his daughter was seriously injured by a ball spike by a transgender player during a high school volleyball game. He said the girl suffered a severe concussion and was left with blurry vision. In 2022, another girl was seriously injured by a transgender player during a high school volleyball game in North Carolina. And then it goes on to talk about the field hockey. Riley Gaines, by the way, did weigh in on this. A male takes the women's volleyball scholarship at UW, a soon-to-be Big Ten school, stealing the already few opportunities for women at the collegiate level. How proud can he actually be? UW Volleyball should rescind the scholarship if they really care about women. He can play with the men. And I am willing to bet you all kinds of money that he would not be able to earn a scholarship if he played with the actual boys. That's just my gut feeling. Because it seems that what a lot of these biological men that are competing against women, what they all seem to have in common is against men, their performance is either poor or at best somewhat mediocre. That can't be a coincidence. It truly cannot. And it sounds to me like his parents maybe have taken this up as some brave, stunning, and courageous cause to make themselves famous or the kid famous. And I think that's happening a little bit more than people are letting on too. I saw a story a while back, I think it was last year, on all channels, Fox News, celebrating their kid's transition, and they were allegedly talking about they knew when he was like 2. No, you didn't. There's no way. No way. Wow. Tell me what you think, guys. I find this repugnant. I find it twisted. I don't find it surprising considering the school involved and the location. It is absolutely crazy. The left, so brave, stunning, and courageous when it comes to women. My goodness. There's got to be some female out there that will fight on behalf of women. Maybe Megan Rapinoe. Oh, wait. Crazy. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.